Greeting, Moody grads. We're into week 2 of Theological Foundations of Leadership, and I've given you a devotional thought again, really picking up on our theme for the lesson from last week, the verses I placed in there from Exodus chapter 18, and just another leadership principle for you from the Scriptures. So take some time to read down through that and think about how you might implement it in your own vocation and ministry. You've got your second week's assignments listed here. I've cited Ezra 7:10 as a theme verse for the week, mainly because of the order that you find here. Ezra first set his heart to do the law of the Lord, to study the law of the Lord, to do his work. And then he practiced it. What he knew was appropriate, since we're talking about the practices of the leader. He did put into practice what he learned as he studied the law of the Lord. And then only after he'd studied and practiced it did he teach it, led by example. And that's sort of the thought here. Well, 2 objectives this week. You need to evaluate your personal practices, and we want you to design plans for developing theological habits. You've got reading in Cloud and Wells, and then you've got 2 audio lectures, 1 discussion board, and then your negative and positive practices chart to complete. I've been responding to your initial post and personal introductions this week, and it looks like we've got a really good global, I might say, grad group, and that's a good thing. Continue to stay in contact with one another. Nothing elaborate, just to encourage you again to think in terms of the discussion boards. They were very good, by the way. All I've looked at so far is just what you've posted. I haven't looked at your responses yet, but I was very impressed with the thoughtfulness and content of what I saw. One admonition I would give: be sure you do follow the instructions. I haven't done the grading yet on these. I'll be doing that this week. But on your initial post, be sure you reply to all the aspects of the questions being asked. It looked to me like some of you might have missed answering the latter part of it, but you'll know for sure this week as I do the grading. Also, when you reply to peers, please be sure to follow the instructions here in the announcement page. It may be that you have, but quite often I find students struggling a bit in that. Also, if you cite sources in your discussion boards at all, be sure you follow Turabian in doing so with footnotes and a bibliography. That's always appropriate if you do cite sources. Other than that, everything's looking good. Looking forward to grading your first week's work. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to shoot me an email, or to, if something's really dire, feel free to give me a call. I can't accept any collect calls, obviously, but if you call on your dime, I'll be glad to take that call. Some of you may have noticed that the schedule has been changed, in that it's been updated so that whether you have a hard copy or a digital copy of the textbooks, you'll be able to work from that schedule the way it's been rewritten. Well, that's it. Enjoy your work. God bless.